Hey y'all, it's Hope at Crafty Hope, and welcome to my channel and to day 11 of the Ugly Art Club's 5-minute challenge. I believe the doors to the Ugly Art Club open tomorrow because the 5-minute challenge is their lead up to when they open the admission to the Ugly Art Club every quarter. So, this is just a fun challenge they do to kind of hype up joining the club and to invite you to just make art for 5 minutes, even if it's ugly art. I've got more information about the Ugly Art Club below, their links, their founders, all of that. But, really, I'm just diving in today. This time around for this quarter, they have prompts to go with the 5 minutes, and today's prompt is coffee. Y'all, I have to tell you, I was pretty nonplussed about this, just kind of like, oh good, coffee. That's something I work with all the time. If you've seen some of my videos before, you know how much I love throwing some instant coffee at a page. And if you are new here and don't know that, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing and letting me know what you like, you don't like, all of that stuff. So I am working in this small junk journal that I made. I'll put a link in the upper right to how I made it. It's just made from scraps and whatnot that I had laying around. And that page that I'm working on was the back of some scrapbook paper. So I want to add a little something to it. So I threw down that piece of book page with some Stabilo on it, and then I had a loose piece of washi tape on my desk, and so I put that on there, and I really thought I was just going to use the little pieces that were on my desk. But then I thought about it and realized that what I really like about coffee and one of the ways it works is the way it gets like the edges of torn pieces of paper and the variation of how different papers soak it up differently. So I had to grab my scrap box real quick and put down a few more pieces of scraps. I'm just using my Uhu glue stick to stick these down. Excuse me. And it is amazing how much time collaging can take. Y'all, I didn't realize it took so much time because in a minute I'm going to pause my timer while I dry, and I'm going to realize that 3 minutes has already gone by. How crazy is that? So I've got this collage down. I've already wet my coffee. I think I'm going to wet it a little bit more. And I've got a brush in there, and I'm going to paint my page. And you can see this is kind of dark because I didn't wet it that coffee too much. And y'all, this is just instant coffee. I'll have a link to the one that I prefer below. I've gotten really specific about which instant coffee works best. But I let it sit on my desk all the time. It dries up. I add some water, reconstitute it, and yeah. So there I'm pausing it, and I'm going to go ahead and dry this because one of the things I think is really cool about using coffee, besides the way it soaks into the edges of the paper, is that when you dry it like this and then splatter on top of it, you get these separate layers of colors of the coffee. So yeah. So now I'm going to bring in some Distress Oxide and Blueprint Sketch because it would also add another layer of neat splatters and kind of go into that coffee really neat. So I've got a wet paintbrush, and I've put that, you saw that blueprint sketch on a little piece of acetate. Just to work off of it. You could use a craft sheet or a glass or whatever it is you've got on your surface, but I needed something, plasticky there. So I've got that splatter. I'm going to go ahead and pause my timer again with 1 minute and 24 seconds and dry this. And now I'm going to restart my timer and start adding in my, I knew that I was going to use something that had a metallic in it. So I've got my Liquitex acrylic ink in gold. And while I wish I had splattered it or done something a little different with it, I just kind of used the nozzle of it to make a few dots. And in my grabbing of things, I found this strip of fabric, which I think is just a flour sack towel from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use my Uhu glue stick to stick it down in my page. And I also had found this little wonky bit that I thought, okay, that'll be great on top of all of these browns. I end up using, I think, a little too much white in this and need a little bit of dark. I'd love to know what you think if I need more dark. I am going to add something in a second. But so I get that down. I've got these metallic stickers from Tim Holtz off to the side, and I'll pick one that says believe in yourself. Actually, no, see, here's where I realized I needed the dark, and so I grab a China marker real quick, and I'm just going to make a couple plus signs on the page. It ends up not being near as dark as I kind of want it to be, but this is what, like, do you think that was just enough, or could I have really gone a little extra, maybe with some India ink or something like that? So I grabbed those metallic stickers. This is what I was saying that had the gold in it. So it's got that gold writing on it. I grabbed one that says, I keep saying grab. I'm going to use one that says believe in yourself, and I'm going to stick that down, and my timer goes off right there. So I'm going to go over just a little as I realize that that sticker is not really sticking. So I'm going to pull it up and put some of my Uhu on it. And to accent it, I'm going to get a Stabilo all pencil in black and just go under it a little bit. You'll see this in a second. Just go under it a little bit and then use my wet paintbrush to let that activate and kind of darken just a little bit. So, and that's it. There are only, what I say, the doors open to the Ugly Art Club open tomorrow. Maybe you'll consider joining. And what else? If you like this, give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Bye.